Welcome everyone. This is James Erkson. I'm the Director of Community Partnerships and Learning at PANO, and we want to welcome you to today's Member Benefit Spotlight, where we're joined by Lindsay at Good360. Lindsay, are we recording now?
We are.
All right, great. Well, we can kick things off. Again, my name is James Erkson with PANO. First, I just want to take a minute and thank you all for the work that you do. We really appreciate you taking the time to carve out the time to learn about Good360, hear about the partnership with PANO. And we know your time is really precious, so thanks for being with us. We also have a great mix of organizations represented from across the state on today's webinar. And I just wanted to offer, whether you're a current PANO member or not, that I'd be happy at any point to set up a time to talk about how PANO's resources, including the partnership we have with Good360, can help your organization advance its mission. So if you're interested, feel free to shoot me an email. It's just james@pano.org, or you can give me a call at the main PANO line. At this point, it's my pleasure to turn it over to Lindsay Jones, the Director of Nonprofit Relations at Good360, where they transform lives and strengthen communities by mobilizing companies to donate critically needed goods. Lindsay, thanks so much for working with me to make today's opportunity possible for folks to learn about Good360. I'm going to go ahead and just turn it over to you.
Sure. Thanks so much, James, and thanks for all of you attending. Just a little bit background on myself. As James said, my name is Lindsay Jones. I'm the Director of Nonprofit Relations. I've been at Good360 6.5 years and have worn a lot of hats through my time here. So I have a large knowledge base on a lot of the programs that we have. And I currently work with all our large nonprofit partners, as well as with our Disaster Recovery 360 program, which will be launching later this year. We have a great partnership with PANO as one of the state associations that we partner with, and I'm excited to talk to you more about Good360 and the benefits that your organizations receive as a member of PANO. So just a little bit of background on Good360. We've been around for a little over 30 years, and throughout that time we have distributed more than $8 billion worth of product donations. We got our start from a donation of office equipment going to United Way Worldwide, and from 3M Corporation, and they really wanted to use that office equipment, which was mostly copiers and printers, to be distributed to nonprofits throughout the U.S. that could utilize them. United Way accepted in the donation and started a Gifts in Kind division, and then the next year Gifts in Kind America, which turned into Gifts in Kind International, and now Good360 was incorporated. So since day one, really what our business model is and how we've helped nonprofits is that we work with corporate partners to get their product donations into the hands of direct service nonprofits. We currently have over 40,000 nonprofits registered with Good360, and we're seen and recognized by Forbes as being one of the top 10 most efficient charities in the U.S. As you can see, we have a wide range of corporate donation partners. So we work in all product categories other than food and medicine. We know that there are other nonprofits who specialize in those areas, but other than that, when it comes to anything from personal care to building supplies to clothes to baby items to home goods, we have company partners who work with us to donate those items, whether it be end of season, rebranding items, the end of the year inventory that they're trying to get rid of, or if they want to have an employee engagement program, or another just donation program that they want to set up. We have a wide range of programs that we have with our various corporate partners. And so when we rebranded a few years ago to Good360, we really saw ourselves as having this 360 degrees of good, that we're good for businesses, we're good for nonprofits, good for people, and good for the environment. Because some of those donations would have been going to the landfill otherwise, we're keeping them, those donations out of landfills, which equates to approximately 50 truckloads of product each month not going in the landfill because it's usable product and being distributed throughout the U.S. And internationally. Who we serve, so within our 40,000 nonprofits that are registered, we like to say that we are cause agnostic, which means if your organization is a 501c3 public charity, a school, a library, or a Native American reservation, then you qualify to register with Good360 and utilize our resources. So we have organizations that do almost anything from arts programs and museums to after-school programs to foster care agencies, animal welfare organizations, schools, and more. Some of our other national partners include the Child Welfare League of America, Community Action Partnership, Boys and Girls Clubs of America, and the National Coalition for Homeless Veterans. We also partner with some other state associations as well, including the Texas Association of Nonprofits, the West Virginia Association of Nonprofits, and the Oregon State Association of Nonprofits. So through our partnership with the National Council of Nonprofits, that's how we got connected to PANO and others. What we launched earlier this year is what we're calling Giving Place 360. This new innovative technology platform is helping nonprofits, companies, and individuals connect in a whole new way around product giving. So it enables our companies to get a better understanding of the impact of their giving by them being able to see on their own Good360 dashboard where their donations went and impact stories of how they helped communities across the country. It enables nonprofits to have an active role in getting the donations they need, and it's allowing individuals to have a platform for leveraged giving and their cash donations, and then again being able to see that tangible impact. To register with Good360, registration is free. You would go to good360.org and click on catalog, and then you'll see a sign in register button. You can follow through that registration process, and online registration takes between 5 and 10 minutes to complete. If we don't need any additional documentation from your organization, you're free to start reviewing and requesting donations right there. One of the benefits of being a member of PANO is that you will, as a member of PANO, you'll receive a parent identification code from James that gives you a VIP membership with Good360. So with the donation, the donated items, Good360 is also a nonprofit, so we do have some administrative fees that are attached to the donation, so that's to assist us in the shipping and processing of that donation. So if you are a member of PANO and you get that VIP membership, what that enables you to have is a 20% discount on most of the items that are listed on the Good360 catalog. So it's really an additional savings to your nonprofit and those additional dollar saves we know can just go back into further your programming and where it's needed. So there are 3 different ways that nonprofits can receive donations from Good360. Depending on the donor that we work with, they probably have a program set up in one of these buckets. So one is where you would browse our online donation catalog, and then we would of items and ship those donations to you. So the majority of items on our catalog are in cartons. Some of them are in eaches or pallets as well, but the majority of them are broken down into cartons, and you can follow through. It's like most e-commerce platforms where you can add it to your cart and then request it that way, and it'll be shipped directly to your nonprofit. A second donation program is what we call direct donations, and these are local one-time donations that are available in your community. So this would maybe come up if a local smaller medium-sized business potentially is maybe they're going through end-of-year inventory and they have what could be a couple cartons, what could be a couple pallets of donations available. And they're looking for one nonprofit in their community to be able to come and pick that up. And so that's what we call one-time pickup. And all nonprofits that are registered with Good360 have a dashboard where they have a local map where they can see available donations in their community. The third bucket is what we call our Retail Donation Partner Program, or RDP. And this is where a nonprofit has a 12-month partnership with one of their local retailers and is able to pick up donations that retailer has available throughout that 12-month period. Some of the companies that participate in this program include Bed Bath & Beyond, Bye Bye Baby, the Home Depot, the Disney Store, Guess, and Williams-Sonoma. And so those are the 3 main buckets of how our nonprofit members can request donations from us. Just to quickly go over the donation use guidelines, because we do get a lot of questions about these. Donations received through Good360 as we follow the IRS tax code of 170E3, which pretty much tells you that the donations need to serve the ill need of your youth, or they need to be used to support your nonprofit's operation. They cannot be transferred in exchange for money, property, or services, or used in any type of fundraiser, raffle, auction, thrift store, retail store, or flea market. They also must be stored at a commercial or a business address and can't be stored at a residence. If your organization operates out of someone's home, you know, we do understand that there are some small nonprofits that don't have their own business address. And what we do in that case is see if you have a board member that can accept the donations at their business address or commercial address. So we do work with nonprofits in that situation and see what other options there are. And then finally, we do request that you maintain adequate books and records of your distribution of products that you receive through Good360. So the nonprofit tools on the Giving Place 360, and I will be doing a demo in a few minutes, but so those tools include an an online dashboard and public profile where you can showcase your work on the front end of how you're utilizing the donations you receive through Good360, engage supporters, either current ones or new ones. And on the back end, you'll be able to review your activity and any transactions or requests that you have for Good360. We also have a needs tool. So we do understand, because we work in donations, we don't always have every type of donation or needed item available. So nonprofits can utilize our needs tool to input what other products they need to work within their programming. And then what we do is aggregate all that information, and that's used by our business development and corporate initiatives team to go out either to current donors or new donor companies and let them know, for example, we have 1,000 schools throughout the U.S. that are all in need of laptop computers for a total of, let's say, 20,000 laptop computers. So if that's one of the top needs, then our business development team can go out to companies that might be able to supply those laptop computers and work with us on those donations. And it's really powerful when you're not just doing an ask of one organization, but you have that collectiveness of 1,000 nonprofits. We also have a Wishlist tool, and that's really an exciting tool for our nonprofits, because as I said, there are administrative fees that are associated with the donation to help with those shipping and processing costs. The way a nonprofit can work with their supporters to get those covered is by creating a wish list, and I will go through that, where you actually say what items you need and then work a crowdfunding tool around that to actually try to get those funds covered by individuals. And then finally, there's our impact or storytelling tool, where after you receive these donations, we have a templatized, easy way that you can provide feedback, a story, pictures, and really show the impact of those donations. And in addition to that, and that being highlighted on our own website to show what our nonprofits are able to do with the donations, it also goes on the dashboard of any companies that donated product that were used around this impact story. And then if it was donations that were actually came through you using the Wishlist tool and crowdfunding, if any of those individual supporters registered with Good360 and supported your wish list, they'll also be able to view your impact story on their dashboard to really then help you re-engage those supporters. And so here are just a couple of screenshots of these new tools. This is the public profile. So this is optional for your nonprofit to complete different items on your dashboard and then publish your profile for viewing. And this is, similar to, having a Facebook profile or another one, but this is really focused on the work that you've done with Good360 and the donations that you've received through our donor partnerships. But it's a great way that if you are publishing, if you do have a wish list out there or impact stories, this is a great way that you can connect with any of those individuals that might be looking to support a wish list that might not necessarily already know about your nonprofit. And then this is really focused, like I said, specifically on what you've been able to do with product donations in your work with Good360. And then there's, like I said, the wish list tool, where you can ask your supporters to cover administrative those fees through Good360. On the right-hand side is the widget for the wish list that you can actually embed on other websites, including your own. So if you are interested in doing a campaign around some product donations, you can actually utilize an embed code for your wish list and then put it on your own website to help engage your supporters that way. And then with the wish list, we do have a couple of different types. We have a reserved wish list and we have a basic wish list. So all of our donations, of course, are in limited quantities. And as nonprofits are requesting items that they might be covering the administrative fees for, at the same time, other nonprofits might be creating a wish list for. So if you create a basic wish list of products, when that wish list expires, which means at the end of it being open, maybe it's open for 14 days, what will happen is we'll look at how much money you've raised and then what products are available. If there are products that you requested on your wish list but they're no longer available, because it's a basic wish list, we can't reserve that inventory, and so those funds will just be credited onto your Good360 account for other items in the Good360 donation catalog that you can request. But you didn't have to put down any credit card information or anything to reserve that. If you choose to do a reserved wish list, that's when you put your credit card down, and then any funds that you didn't raise in your wish list, your credit card will be, as the nonprofit, will be charged when that wish list has expired, but then you're guaranteed to receive all the donations that you requested on your wish list. So as you saw, one of our nonprofit, or one of our company donors is Nike. So whenever we receive Nike donations, and that has included everything from footballs, basketball, and soccer balls, to sneakers, to basketball shoes, to track and field cleats, to shorts, to tops. Of course, those items go really fast. So if that's an item that you'd like to put on a wish list, a lot of the nonprofits have thought, well, that's something that I know is probably going to be requested in completion pretty quickly, so maybe I'll do a reserved wish list and then say you're trying to cover fees up to $200. At the end of the wish list being active, if you've raised $150 from your supporters, then that remaining $50 will be charged on your nonprofit's credit card. However, then you're guaranteed to receive those cartons of Nike products that are really going to assist with your after-school sports program. And then our other types that you need to choose from is public or private. So a public wish list will go up on our public wish list page, and it can be viewed by anyone. A private wish list won't go up on that page, and the only people that it will be visible to is if you send them the exact URL link to your wish list. The thought of there is some of our organizations might want to do a wish list campaign directed specifically to their board members. So they're sending out an email to their board to fulfill their wish list, and then it's only being viewed by those individuals that received the link. And then after you create the wish list, like I said, it does go up on the Good360 website, and there are individuals who come in and are interested in supporting wish lists that might assist in funding it. However, one of the biggest ways that we think they'll be funding is by promoting it within your own network posting it on your social media account, emailing your supporters, and asking local influencers to spread the word about what you're doing and why this is an important project to support. And then the other side of that is the impact story, and again, that's after you receive in the donations and really telling the impact of how those donations assisted your nonprofit and any specific programs that they went to. With that, I will go to our website. So this is, I've already gone, if you go to our Good360 website, this is really how you can see general information about Good360. And then, like I said, to register, log in, you click on Catalog and sign in or register. And so I'll sign into my account. And so here's my dashboard. And this is what I'll see anytime I log into my Good360 account. Account information, some of this will be populated as you register with Good360, but there are other items that you can include here that go on to either your profile or your wish list or impact story. Some of the things to remember is that to create a wish list, you need to make sure that you filled in what causes you support. And then to publish a wish list or a profile, in addition to that, you need to make sure you have a logo updated. So under nonprofit school profile, you can update your logo, include number of board of directors and staff size, some other information about your mission, and some of these questions you would have already filled out as you registered with Good360. One thing to make sure you do right away is to update your causes. And this is up to 3 causes that your nonprofit supports, so those major categories, and then you can just select them and submit. And what this, and the importance of this, especially for the wish list, is that some individuals, when they're interested in supporting a nonprofit, they might have a specific cause that they want to assist. So maybe it's an individual that likes to support organizations that work with veterans. That's one of the ways that they can filter through all the wish lists that are available to donate to. You can also fill out your programs and services. Again, your needs tool. These are items that we don't have on the Good360 catalog right now, but that would really assist your organization. And then the demographics served by your nonprofit. So all those things, if they have a little green, if they're green to highlight, that's where you click edit and you can add in that information. And then up at the top, if you'd like to see the items that are available in the donation catalog, you go to Browse Goods. And this is our Good360 catalog. So all of our items are under categories and then subcategories, and you can click in to view additional information. So as you see, this is a ladies assorted designer booth. You'll see what the administrative fee is, what the compare at field is. So that compare at, that's the fair market value of the donations if you would be getting them at retail price. What the quantity is in the carton or pallet. and then an overview description of the donation. So you can do two things there. If you add it to your cart, that's again like any e-commerce site that then you can go through the steps to check out, and it will be sent to your organization. Or if you want to use the Wishlist tool, you click Wishlist, and then you'll either be able to add it to a wish list that you might have already started, or you can start a new wish list. And there's a few steps. So you fill out wish list name. And this is really what you want to do for the wish list name, is just for your own reference. Then the wish list introduction is really just 1 to 2 sentences that, you know, is the heart of what you're trying to do. And then description, this is really where you maybe talk more about your organization, what the overall program is, and why you need these donations. Again, then you choose what the wish list supports, which cause, how many lives, and then images. So these would be images you might have of your facility or other events you had, something that is really going to connect with the individuals that are looking to support the wish list. You can have up to 4 photos. You can then upload a video or a YouTube video, and then this is where you click if you want a basic or a reserved wish list, public or private, and how long you want that wish list to be open for. Here's where you can send an email to your supporters, and the link will be populated into, the link for your wish list will be populated into the email. Then you click Add Product. So if there's other items that you want to add to your wish list, let's look for other clothing. You can see what else is available. Change the quantity. You save it, then you just go through again, make any changes, preview it. Then you'll see all your information. You can change the quantity, delete items. You'll see right here what you're trying to raise. And then again, you can publish that wish list. And before you publish, you just need to check off on our terms and conditions. Again, just like any item that you request through with your own funds, these items still can't be used in fundraisers or in resale stores. They have to be used to assist the ill-needy or youth or your own programming. And now it is live. And again, here's the widget. Here's the URL for the wish list. You can see. And then this is what the individuals could come and see, and then they are able to donate right here. And then down below, what you can see on the back end, but what individuals wouldn't see, is you could see all the contributions that were made, how many people were invited. You can send additional messages and emails out, and you'll receive, unless they do an anonymous donation, you'll be able to see their email address and contact information for thank yous. So I'm trying to get $194 is what I'm trying to raise, and that's going to get me over $3,000 in products. So that's a really great tool. And then another thing is your transaction history. And this is where you can see all your orders, what their status is, and then individual items that you have on them. So this item was shipped, which then encourages me to create an impact story after I distributed those items to the individuals I'm helping. And again, it's a similar template to the wish list, but for the impact story, you're just talking about how you actually use the products instead of trying to convince people and get people excited about donating to your wish list. This is at the end of that. But again, in both of those cases, it'll be on our Good360 page. We have pages off where you can view the wish list to support or view impact stories, and your impact story will go here. Again, just like the wish list, you can embed the impact story or on your own website or share it on social media as well. And those are really the main aspects of the website with Good360. And the Giving Place Forum. And then I guess the only other thing to say is we are pretty active on social media through Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Pinterest, and we have a Vimeo page. So to learn more about us, definitely connect with us there. We also share a lot of nonprofit sector news as well as other Good360 news. We have thank you campaigns for our donors that way, and then also sometimes have promotions that are exclusive or announced early to our nonprofit members that are following us either on Facebook or Twitter. With that, I will be happy to answer any questions. Since you are in listen-only mode, if you do have any questions, please type them into the question box. If they are more specific to your organization, I'll take them offline, but if they are relevant to everyone, I'll answer them right here. So can we browse the catalog on the website to see if there are items of interest to us? You can. You will not, unless you register with Good360, you won't be able to view what the administrative fees are, but you can go on to catalog.good360.org and see what we have available. I do have to say that, we receive in new donations each week, sometimes every day of the week. So, make sure that if you don't want to register, which would also, if you do register, we send out 2 promos, email promos a week that highlight new donations. Don't just check the catalog once and then not ever again, because if we don't have it this week, we might have it next week.
Lindsay, this is James.
How do we get the VIP code? If you are already a registered PANO member, James has that and can get that for you. If you're not registered with PANO yet, that is a benefit that's available for PANO members. So again, I would connect with James. Any other questions? If not, I will be sending out this deck as well as it has been recorded. So if there are other people in your office that you'd like to share this information with, feel free to do so. You can also send me an email. My email is pretty simple, lindsay@good360.org. And with that, I would really want to thank all of you for attending today's webinar, and hope we get to work with you soon.
Thanks so much, Lindsay.